head coach Hank Plona. Coach will go ahead and open up with a statement, and we'll jump into questions.
Very happy to get that win. I thought when it was 55-41, we were playing very, very well, scoring the ball, guarding, and then like a lot of good teams do, they made a run, and we kind of figured out what we were doing on defense, and we struggled to contain them, especially Smith. I thought Smith really got going and caused us some problems, both scoring and playmaking. But kind of, I don't know what it got to, maybe 66, 62, something like that. I thought we did a good job at continuing to dig down deep, attack the rim. I thought we rebounded the ball better there in the last 5 to 8 minutes, and there was one second chance bucket they got that had been a little bit of an issue all night. So, it's always good to dig down deep and figure out how to make plays to win. I think when a team gets, when a team starts building that connection, which I think we've really done the last 3 weeks, sometimes things go your way. So, I thought we, a couple stops there late in the game were big. Obviously, 1 for 2 free throw to tie the game, went down there, and without timeout, those Tegan, Tegan, Grant executed exactly what we wanted them to do. Obviously wanted to attack the rim, put pressure on the basket. Tegan was able to do that. We did a good job making free throws all night, and we survived that last possession. So very happy to get the win. It's obviously big for our team. We'll try to keep getting better these next couple days and play at Delaware on Wednesday.
87.5 from the line speaks for itself, man. Could you just expound on that a little bit?
It's a huge reason we won the game, obviously. It's, our guys all year, and one of the more common questions you get as basketball coaches, or comments you get, is you need to work on your free throws, okay? And, or did you work on your free throws today? And free throws are such a tricky deal because it's a combination of shooting ability, but man, it's situation, pressure, time. It's the only time in basketball you're up there by yourself in your own thoughts. Sometimes I think the guys that are good free throw shooters, you have to be really mentally at peace. You can't be too jacked up, you can't be too relaxed. You have to really be kind of in a flow where you don't realize that you are up there by yourself and that it's just a natural, normal thing to do. And I think LJ and Ryan and Tegan, I'd say those 3 guys have been great all year, and so sometimes when guys miss free throws, actually, don't get me in trouble for this, but I don't think we need to work on them more. They work on free throws a lot, but you have to figure out that right mental piece while you're tired, while maybe you're 0 for 3 shooting, but while maybe a dude just blocked your shot and said something. Maybe they're on a 10-0 run. There's such different mental things, the battles that you face during a game. So, Blaze, the 2 free throws Blaze made, I thought were huge. That was a 1-and-1, man, and he made them both. Tegan missed the front end of the 1-and-1, but other than that, 13 for 14. What a game. Ryan and LJ continue to shoot the ball from the free throw line very well. So those guys did a great job, and there's no real science to it. But we've had some issues finishing some plays and scoring in some ways this year, and we've been a pretty good free throw shooting team. So obviously, getting Tegan back, we got to the line 32 times instead of without his 15, it would be 17. So he's our best at getting there. But man, it's obviously it's a way we were able to complete the game, and you got to make free throws to win, and we need to continue to do that.
But kind of a classic Tegan game too, in that he hit some threes. He's attacking like he had really no hesitation at all. Gets to the free throw line a lot. Obviously, huge lift for you guys.
Huge lift. I mean, he's a special player. I thought the threes he hit in the first half were the right ones. I thought by the second half, the lane was open the whole game, so when he kind of took that quick 3, we fell down. He took a 3 when we were leading. He almost, sometimes Tegan, I'll throw Tegan in here too. Tegan and Tegan want to win so badly that sometimes when things go wrong, they try to get it all back in one fell swoop. And you can't do that. You got to make the right play in the moment as many times as you can. I'm not saying it's the wrong play, but if Tegan can make a couple shots early, those driving lanes are going to open up. And we made 8 threes in the first half. They pressured way more out on us in the second half. Those driving lanes were open for us. So, I thought he's a very coachable young man. He's very happy to be out there. He's had a couple concussions in his past, and trust me, he's doing everything he can to put on that WKU uniform to help us win the game. And we certainly don't win that one tonight if he doesn't play. He did a great job, and very, very proud of him.
Coach, on the defensive side of the ball, I know on Monday you talked about limiting their 3-point game. I think you said 8 or 9 is kind of the key number for you guys held them, but I think 7. How do you evaluate that side of the ball?
Yeah, it was really good. I thought middle of second half, they kind of figured out what we were doing a little bit to them. And so we actually made an adjustment late. Like we left the line a little bit more because they were moving us around and manipulating the defense where the rim was open, the rolls, the lobs, the layups, and Smith got going. He just got by us a couple times. So we had to provide a little bit more help there late. And I thought the guys did, Terrion especially. So Terrion wants to roam and go muck it up and get steals all the time. Sometimes you have to convince Terrion, hey, Terrion got lost one time and Trey Green missed a three from that right wing, that right high wing, and it bounced and went out. They got the rebound on it. But man, like he sometimes Terrion roams a little bit, so we kind of allowed him to roam the last 8 or 10 minutes, and that was the one time we almost got beat, but he got a couple steals and he was able to go help on that. So they did a great job figuring out kind of what we had been doing to them, and I thought late in the game we tried a couple of different things to try to get us out of that funk, but man, they really got going. And when a player starts playing like Sean Smith was playing in the second half, sometimes a good defense or a good player, a good strategy doesn't work on a good player. He had a 10-minute stretch there where he was really cooking, but I think we threw some different looks at him. We made him think. Got fortunate he missed a free throw, and the crowd very involved in that. Every single person in Diddle Arena tonight I thought played a role in that missed free throw, and then and we got, that last play with 4 seconds to go, we kind of went a little full court there, and he got through it, but man, he had to pick that. It was at least an awkward shot. We didn't want him to just get the ball and naturally take the same in-rhythm shot that he had been shooting all night. So I'd like to think our defense had a little something to do with that, but maybe we just got a little lucky. But you do create your own luck by putting yourself in the right situations, and I thought our guys did that tonight.
You talked about it in your answer, I think, a season high in attendance. How did Hilltop Nation help?
Man, it helped settle late in the game. I mean, towards the end of the game, for sure. I mean, it felt like when things went against us, they continued to support us, and that means the world to our players. When the sideline OB, they couldn't get the ball in. I thought the crowd had, they took a timeout. They had no timeouts there late in the game. I mean, part of the reason we didn't stop it on offense when we scored and when we went back is because we didn't want them to sub. We didn't want them to draw up anything. We kind of knew what we were doing, and we didn't want to allow them to throw a wrinkle at us. They go 1-3-1 a lot out of that, so I was worried you'd call timeout late. They're in a different defense, and it kind of what we did to them on last play, it just causes a random shot. So I thought the crowd caused that timeout. I thought the crowd caused a missed free throw. I thought the crowd was behind us and everything we did, and again, I can't say how much that means to our players.
You mentioned the mentals of the game when Middle Tennessee dug themselves out of that hole. What were the adjustments made mentally in the huddle?
To keep on going, like not to panic when that happens. I mean, you guys watch games on TV. I mean, 14-point lead in the NBA is nothing, and it's turning into that way in college. It turns into 30 or it's tied. Like, it doesn't stay at 14. There's been some blowouts, and obviously we're hoping that we could turn into that, but unfortunately that seems to not be the way of our journey. It usually gets somewhat close and too close for my comfort level, but the guys did a good job. I thought, when you fall behind 3 or 4, you can easily lay down, and I thought that we continued to attack the rim, we continued to support each other, we continued to make the right plays. I'll have to watch the film, but man, defensively, there's times where we were switching, there's times where we weren't, there's times where we were trapping, there's times where we were icing, which means forcing the ball screen on the same side of the floor. It's basically changing the direction of the guard. We were trying every which thing, and nothing was really working, and when that happens, you have to stay connected and together to make the right plays. So even when they were, I thought Ryan had a clean. Ryan, we're down 66-64. Ryan's lift fake, one dribble. I mean, that was a 3 that he's made all year, and it went in and out. But we continue to go back and have his back and get a stop on the defensive end. So just sticking together and not breaking when the game goes against you, I think is growth. I thought the crowd helped with it, and I thought it was a sign of maturity on our team's part.
Coach, you sweep the season series over your conference rival. I guess I'll be the one to ask again. Is it a nice way to round out your Valentine's Day?
It's a great win to round out our Valentine's Day. I'm happy that the largest crowd of the year decided to spend their Valentine's Day with us. That's what I would have voted for everybody to do too, so I'm glad that everybody did that. It's really I know this rivalry is 100 miles of hate, so I don't know why we played this on Valentine's Day. But I thought both teams competed very, very hard. Man, that team's getting better and better, and they're uber talented, and they're very well coached. So they're figuring some things out. It's great to start 2-0 versus them. Knowing how this works, who knows? You could see them again easily. So very good basketball team. Very happy to get the win.
Marlo comes out in a boot tonight on his left foot. He was listed as questionable, but I mean, by game time, it looked like it was a no.
It was a no. Same practice yesterday. He's just lunging for a block shot or a rebound. I can't remember on defense. Same ankle. It's not as bad as last time. So I guess last time I think he missed maybe 8 days. Like he was walking around. I mean, he's walking with no weight, no crutches or anything like that. So I think I'm optimistic he'll be good for Wednesday. But I think just the same kind of ankle. I don't think he's fully been himself athletically since the injury. So I wouldn't tell you he's ever gotten to fully 100%, but man, he came back, played those 3 games, helped us go 2-1 when Tegan was still out. Did a lot of good things. So he's putting his body on the line. He plays. You guys see how he plays. He jumps around more than anybody else does. So I don't know if he landed on anybody's foot or if he's just weak. So same ankle. I'm hoping for Wednesday. I don't think it's a long-term thing. I would think by a week from now he should be good, but we're shooting for Wednesday.
This is a team that looks way different from middle late January. 3 of your last 4 wins. 6 games left on the schedule. How are you approaching the last 6 games?
Last 3 weeks, I think we've made progress. We were down 48-21 at Sam Houston, and that's probably the ultimate moment where I realized, man, we need to figure some things out. So, I think the last 3 weeks, the progress we've made is significant. I think we've stayed true to kind of the things we value, playing for the name on the front of the jersey, being resilient, not getting shaken when something goes wrong, being unselfish. I don't think there's any lazy or selfish play at all right now. We just got to the point where it's a long season and a lot of guys, we've had different guys in and out of the lineup, so just figuring out. I mean, Cade Stin and Kate Unsa, Leroy Odiahi, Jack Edelin, and Blaze Keita, like that crew, which is really mostly the returners, they keep this group going, and I do think continuity in college basketball is as important as ever, especially if you value it. And kind of just got to a point where I realized that maybe my actions and who I was playing or what I was rewarding weren't valuing that. And I made it crystal clear that you better have the same approach those guys do. Those guys will have games where it's their night, just like it was Tegan's night tonight and Grant's night in the first half. And the team's done a good job at coming together and playing unselfishly and for one another. Obviously, I think it's 3 weeks to go in the regular season. So, man, if we can continue to improve we still need to become better. Defensively, we'll have to figure out what happened there in the second half. We need to, we've kind of played the similar type way the last 3 weeks, and teams are going to figure that out. So you have to continue to get better and have different options and different wrinkles. So we're just going to try to keep improving, and the results of the games are what they are. Our league is so jumbled together, you can't control what happens. You can't think about that stuff. You just got to control getting better every day. And then when the game comes, obviously you hope that leads to a win. So we'll try to keep doing that and get better for 3 more weeks.
Grant's really starting to stack up double-digit scoring games for you. Tonight I thought maybe he took it to another level. There were stretches in the first half, especially where he was the best player on the floor.
Yeah.
Is that something you see more of going forward, or just?
Yeah, I want him to be confident. I think he really wants to win. He told me maybe, 7 to 10 days ago, maybe sometimes I just care too much. And what he means by that, he's thinking about trying to be great too much. You can't think about your results. You just got to play. You just got to stay in the moment and play. And I thought he did that tonight. I thought he was gassed by the end, to be honest with you. I thought he tried everything he had there in the second half. And, he was basically, when I thought Blaze was struggling a little bit, Leroy fouled out, so all of a sudden Grant and Tegan are guarding the bigs. I thought, that takes a toll on you. So I thought in the first half he scored and it was great. I thought in the second half he battled and did the dirty work to help us win. I want him to keep playing with confidence and end his college career with the best month of his career. Yeah, that'd be the goal.
There was a big basket late in this game too. LJ's tip in after Tegan came up with a steal. Just kind of walk me through that. I mean, he just seemed to get there, right?
Yeah, we want him to continue to cut into rebound. Like LJ's probably more cutter rebounder than shooter. Made a 3 in the first half, but man, don't stand and wonder. Go make something happen. So, I thought when they were sending everybody to rebound. So when on misses, we were getting we were tired towards the end of the game, but when we got it and ran, good things were happening. We were getting to the rim. So even though it was a little maybe chaotic on those breaks, Tegan usually scores, but on that one to miss, for LJ to continue to attack the rim and to follow and to play with that energy, he did a great job. He got a couple. He ended up with 5 rebounds, which is not perfect, but good. I thought he denied the Smith the ball there on the late when they had to take the extra time out. LJ made a lot of effort and hustle plays. So yeah, that rebound was a big one for sure, and kind of kept us going.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you all.